because the rest of the world is willing to live beneath its means to make it possible for Americans to live above their means. You know, I was looking at the farm prices that came out in December. We got the month-over-month increase, which was 5.3%. Farm prices in 1 month. The prior month, they were up 6.8%. For all of last year, all of 2024, farm prices were up 12%. Now, the government is telling us there's no inflation. Farm prices are up 12%. How is there no inflation? That's a big increase in the price of food. 12%. That's 1% per month. 12%. And farm prices are about to go up much faster, right? Because we just slapped 25% tariffs on some of our biggest suppliers of food come in from Mexico and Canada. And so food is about to get a lot more expensive. One of the reasons that Donald Trump got elected was because of high grocery prices. Well, Donald Trump is setting those prices much higher. And if we have to grow the food ourselves, right, that we're no longer importing from Mexico or Canada, where are we going to get the workers? Because we're trying to kick them out, right? A lot of the people who are working the fields are here illegally. And so if we manage to get rid of them, how are we going to produce this stuff? I mean, now we've made it even more expensive and more difficult to produce ourselves what we aren't importing. So we're probably going to have to keep importing it. We're just going to pay the 25% tariffs. And what's going to happen to the U.S. economy? Because people have to eat, right? People need energy. So if we end up having to pay higher prices for food and energy and a lot of other products that we import, Americans are going to have less disposable income for other things, mainly for services. So Americans are going to have to cut back on their spending because a lot of the stuff they buy is going to be more expensive. So how does that impact the economy? What about all the people who lose their jobs because so many people can no longer afford to buy their services because of the big increase in the cost of goods? So the weak economy that we have is going to get weaker because of these tariffs. Look, again, the bubble economy that we have is based on consumer spending. Well, real consumer spending has to go down if the cost of the stuff we're buying goes up. And there's no way around higher prices for consumption when you have tariffs. Now, one of the things that's also interesting, I was thinking about this, those tariffs are going to apply to the gold that we import from Canada, Canadian maple leafs. We sell Canadian maple leafs at Shift Gold. Now, right now, we haven't had to increase our prices. The wholesalers haven't raised the prices of those maple leafs yet because they're already in the country. They've already been imported. And as a result, there was no tariff. But when we run out of maple leaves and we need to buy more, they're going to be subject to a 25% tariff, which means there's not going to be any more maple leaves for sale in the United States because nobody is going to pay a 25% premium over the Spicer Gold to buy a maple leaf.